Whenever a new haunted place is discovered, a warning appears. A rusty sign, a yellowed page, a hastily scribbled note. But in the case of the Monte Verità Hotel, there was a list of rules. And the final warning: do not ignore them. The group of ghost hunters, consisting of Renan, Lucas, and Carol, made their way to the abandoned hotel on the edge of a forgotten road. The three-story building stood in the middle of a dense forest, consumed by time. Broken glass, rotten wood, and an oppressive silence surrounded the place. As soon as they entered the dust-covered lobby, Lucas found a piece of paper pinned to the wall. Rules of the Monte Verità Hotel. 1. Never enter after midnight. 2. Do not look into the mirrors for more than 3 seconds. 3. If you hear someone calling your name, do not answer. 4. Never ever enter room 306. 5. If your door opens by itself, close your eyes and count to 10. 6. If a guest who didn't come with you asks for help, leave the hotel immediately. Renan laughed. This is just cheap horror marketing. Let's go. The trio began exploring the ground floor, recording every detail with their cameras. In the hallways, the moldy carpet muffled their footsteps. The air smelled of damp wood and something else, something rotten. Carol noticed it first. The mirrors, they're too clean. Despite the abandonment, all the mirrors in the hotel were immaculate. Curious, she stepped closer and looked at her reflection. 3 seconds, 4, 5. Then her image flickered. It wasn't a reflection, it was something imitating her. But with a smile, too wide, she screamed and backed away. Lucas and Renan ran to her. I saw something. But when they looked in the mirror, only their normal reflections remained. The silence was broken by the sound of heavy footsteps upstairs. A slow dragging, as if something was moving, in the hallway of the rooms. Lucas held the camera, trembling. This is getting out of hand. But Renan, stubborn as always, climbed the stairs. At the end of the hallway he saw, room 306 was slightly open. Against all instinct, he pushed the door open. The room was intact, as if someone still lived there. The bed was made, a small table held a cup of tea, and sitting in the rocking chair was a man in a dark suit, pale as a corpse. His sunken eyes opened. You shouldn't be here. The door slammed shut on its own. In the hallway, Carol and Lucas heard Renan's screams, muffled, growing more distant, until they vanished completely. The door opened again. The room was empty. Renan was never found. Carol and Lucas left the hotel without looking back. But before they could leave, they saw a new rule scribbled on the piece of paper. 7. If one of your friends disappears, forget them, or they will find you first. Days later, Carol started receiving strange messages on her phone. Blurry photos of the hotel, distorted audios of someone calling her name. Lucas, on the other hand, began to feel like he was being followed. Doors in his house would close on their own. Mirrors reflected shadows that weren't there. One night he received a call. He answered hesitantly. He could only hear heavy breathing. Then a raspy voice whispered, "Help me. I'm trapped in 306. It was Renan. Lucas immediately hung up and ran to warn Carol. But when he arrived at her apartment, the door was open. Inside, her phone vibrated on the floor. The screen lit up, showing the same message, repeated over and over. He found me. Lucas felt a chill run down his spine. He took a step back, ready to run, and saw his reflection in the living room mirror. He was not alone. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and check out the next video, now appearing on your screen. Until next time, and good luck sleeping tonight.